Hello there, my lovelies. Hello there, my lovelies. So, I was kind of asked to do another one of these, I guess live streams is the best way to put it. Where I just do a couple of things for you guys. First and foremost, I was asked to do a Q&A, basically, of just personal questions, I guess. So, that being said, I feel as though if anybody wants to ask any kind of questions, feel free in the comments. You're more than welcome to. If there's anything that we're going to do that. I have some videos again for you guys where I felt like I might as well just continue with the scary videos until somebody decides to go ahead and feel free of just asking questions. I figure we will just go right ahead and jump on into it. For anybody who has not seen these that I've been doing, I'm basically just taking videos that I've either been sent or had where I just felt. Okay, basically what I did was I went on YouTube, and you can find all of these videos on YouTube, no problem whatsoever, by just typing in best horror compilation videos. Another one I did was TikTok ones, so it's a mixture of the two. If you want to find any of that, they're right on YouTube, so it's nothing like special that I'm doing, you know what I mean? So, you know. Also, I'm going to make public, I have this as a playlist on my channel. I'm going to go ahead and make this playlist public for everybody so that if you want to view the exact same videos, you're more than welcome to. So let's go ahead and get into the first one. Again, I'm allowing any kind of Q&A messages you like to send and ask. I'm more than welcome to answer. I hate this song. It's actually annoying. Ew. Japan, you creepy. Creepy effects. I believe that. I know that we've only seen 1% of the floor. I'd like to point out something about that last one, guys. We know more about space than we do our own ocean, so I always think that's a little creepy in my personal opinion that we know more about above us than below. We're gonna get right back into it. So, like I said, and if anybody's watching this, please do feel free to, pop on and ask any kind of question you'd like to know about myself. So, here we go on the rest of the videos. Why does it keep double pausing? I'm sorry, guys. It's being stupid. There we go. That is based on a true story, that movie. No, they don't. Hair and nails do not continue growing. What happens is the skin actually retracts from it, as well as the hair follicles, so it just appears to grow. That's sad about Ringing Around the Rosie, but it makes a lot of sense when you think about the lyrics. Yes, shiz. Yes. Oh, creepy. This is true. We actually never truly see our faces. We only see reflections or photos. That's really weird to think. Creepy notion on that one. So these are actually kind of cool facts. Like, um, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually interested in that. I'm trying to make sure that I can actually see, like I have the chat on the side, so I'm hoping that chat will actually work in case you guys do actually ask questions, which nobody seems to at the moment, but that's okay. Oh, here we go, back to this. Ooh. with headphones on, it was like skipping spots. That was cool. So all the, these songs and videos have their copyrights, I'm sure, in these videos provided as well. So if not, all copyrights to them. Ooh, no. Some of these facts are creepy, but some of them aren't real. That's not a lie. Yep, your heart can beat outside. Yep. Tickling, okay, so tickling is a form of torture, which actually I wanted to pause for that because I think this is kind of cool. See, in royalty, it was not allowed to torture a royal member of like a house whatsoever, especially in like Japan. They had a method where you would basically be now that when they say tickle, it's not exactly the same thing as normal tickling. See, what you would do is you would put like salt on the person's foot, and you'd let a cow or livestock lick the foot repetitively afterwards, which like once or twice is going to be slightly painful, but once the salt starts digging into the flesh, that's when it would be going from tickling to painful. But it was a torture method that wouldn't leave scars, so it was always reserved for more of royalty because of it as a result, because it didn't leave any kind of physical scarring. It only left mental scarring and got the point across from what they were trying to get out of the torture. So it was a method that was usually reserved for only the royal family. So I thought you might enjoy that if, that's something you like. I'm weird. I have weird facts like that. I'm sorry. Ugh. And mirrors can create vortexes only if they're facing each other. It's an endless pool, basically. And as far as I know, no, he wasn't forced to eat organs. The video in question that they're probably talking about is a strange video where two costume characters are standing over a man who's ingesting with a spoon what looks like soup of some kind. And it became a very big dark web video for a long time, which is why I know about it. Supposedly, it was like his dog's entrails, but like there's never where it shows anything visibly in the video itself. So at this point, like anybody could claim anything of it. There was also supposedly a video where a man, I guess, killed his kids and made his wife watch as he did it and put it on the dark web. So like there's supposedly some demented dark web stuff. So yeah. I mean, that's dark web. And the 200 bodies on the top of Mount Everest, that is true, but it's not all at the top. Once you do the climb for it, there is a certain degree of lack of oxygen that you're going to find at the peak of the mountain, and people who tend to not be able to make it up are people who should have quit previously at a certain point. There is a point that tells you, like, this is a point of no return. Either you're going up and you're coming back, or you're not coming back. So a lot of people take this as a point to turn around and go back, especially if they aren't capable of making such an extensive. It's the highest point that we can at the current moment. So with that in mind, like human bodies aren't meant to really go up that high without special equipment, like heavier coats and stuff like that. So you know, it's just there is a lot of people who haven't made it back, and the way that the mountain is, it would actually cause more death to try to take these bodies back for proper burial. So unfortunate they are just left on the mountainside, which is sad, but I mean, it's kind of how things go at certain degrees, you know? Anyhow, let's get back to this. These are so quick. See what I mean? So quick. Dead bodies do swell up within that time. And yes, they were the Christmas lights. It's called a death rattle. Especially if you're a social media person. I actually like this song. Whoa. I want to try this now. I want to try this now. Or you have somebody there listening. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like how the screen looks like this a little bit more. You guys can see the videos and still see me pretty well, and you... Okay, this works for me. This video is pretty well known. If you don't know it, it is from a foreign country. There is no English in it, unfortunately. But it does have like a really creepy like special effects moment, which makes me think it's fake because it goes like scatticky. So I'm trying to see if I got rid of my white noise emulator on my phone because I feel like you guys might be interested to see it. So let's see. This one's so fake. Like once you have somebody running at you like this, you wouldn't be acting like that. Like watch this. Whoosh, right in your face. Like, yeah, you wouldn't be running. Please. So what I'm looking up is to see if I can find a white noise emulator, because apparently mine is no longer an app. So let me see if I can find something interesting. These, I wish I had not like seen certain ones of these because I watch a little too much, apparently TikTok for my own good. But like this poor person just They never really give any kind of explanation about this after this, so it's just sad, I know. Oh, hell no. I would have been gone. Ah, found it. I found my app that I used. Okay, good. I'm happy. I'm re-downloading it. What? Well, hello there. Favorite Italian food? Probably ravioli. Like cheese ravioli. Although, anything with Alfredo sauce, I'm kind of a sucker for, so. And sorry, you did this so quick. My stuff's slow sometimes. Plus, I was downloading, um, not sponsored or anything, but I like this emulator, so I was just trying to re-download it. But basically, I was just trying to find anything that's 2-ply, or not 2-ply, where it's the thicker one. I don't want thin tissue, thank you. Okay, so basically what you do is that you'd have, I don't know if it's going to pick up that well. It's just a noise emulator that will just provide white noise for it. Morning, because that's when I have to every time. At least first thing. But you see how it's raising up? It usually indicates that there's something that wants to talk to you or say something. So hold on a second. Like, for example, since it's going up, I would say, is there anything that wants to talk to us? And then it says ask. It will keep track of that for you, too. It gives you a lovely list that tells you what time and when it says it. Although pre-warning, it does have, unless you pay for the upgraded, full version, where it will pop up every now and then, unfortunately, ads. So be careful of that. But that's any app nowadays. Oh, thank you. I just dyed it, actually. Well, I try to go live whenever I can. It's just not always do I have content that's interesting. Why I was trying to bring this up is because everybody's been asking me how I, talk to stuff that's in my house usually or where I'm staying. Usually I use this because I've tried other ones and for some reason this one tends to be where I guess it's just I don't have the sound on my phone purposely because it's staticky. I'll see if I can. That's what it does. It just makes this sound the whole time. So I usually just tend to turn off my sound just for my own sake of, not hearing this. Noises. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, I bumped the wrong button. I'll turn the sound off because I don't think you guys want to hear clicks. But I thought that you guys might want to ask. How do I put this? A lot of people have asked me to do where I show how I deal with my haunting of my house. I don't really believe that it is. I think it's more or less me, myself, and I that has this problem. If anybody's wondering what random questions I'm answering the ones in the chat. I know it's a little hard to see because my face is plastered over top of it, but yeah, that's what I'm doing is reading those. So I'm gonna bring back up that app. I'm sorry it popped out for a second because I was trying to make sure I can read chat too. Because not always does my chat work on here. It sometimes doesn't catch as quick as my phone does, so I try to, it quicker to keep track of what you guys are saying. But yeah, as a friend, sure, you're a great friend, Nate. You're a really good guy, I will say that. And sorry for anybody who just heard skipping of my mic. I'm trying to angle it so that it hears me. Where was I? Anyhow, I'm gonna keep this up, and anytime I have any kind of notable messages, well, thank you. Any kind of messages, or if you guys want to ask it anything, most of the time it is a pretty friendly, in my opinion, entity if there is something here. I feel very comfortable with it. It's not a disturbing presence. Feels more like have you ever had somebody who felt like they were like a dad figure to you? That's how it feels. It's like when people make stuff up. That's how it feels sometimes, is like you just have to make stuff up to entertain certain people. Oh, apparently Mary it popped up. A name. Don't know why it would pop up that, but maybe it's trying to say who's here, which is kind of weird. I've never had that name come up before, so that is a little odd for myself. Again, anytime I have anything notable, I'll let you guys know, unless you just straight up, you know what I mean, like want to ask it anything. We're going to continue the video, though, because this one's almost over, and I hate just sitting here on a pause screen for you guys. But yeah, you're in Hollywood. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like, is like, especially like clickbaity people. And that's why I'm just like, I'm not the type of person to really want to do clickbait. Like, I will say that, once I get more stuff together, I have an office I'm trying to put together. I'm also trying to get a better setup for this because currently I'm just using my laptop. It's a great laptop, don't get me wrong. It's an HP and I adore it. But I would really extremely love to be on a desktop setup. So that's my next step. Plus computer and chair, but computer, chair, desk. I plan on it. It's just mostly like just finding the price right. Wise. This is the elevator game I was talking about. This is what I believe Lisa Lamb used. And it would explain her frigidness with her panicking because she was seeing something that wasn't there, which would be this. I am what? Oh, sorry. I'm so used to doing this, I just automatically responded. It said you are, which is weird because I'm wondering, you are what? I'm what? A best about myself. Oh, wow, that was. I'm breaking. Okay, so you all heard me just ask, I'm what? Because it said you are. And it just said, you are breaking. How creepy is that? Yeah. So, yeah, creepy. What I like best about myself. Um, what I like best about myself is that when somebody or something matters to me, I feel as though they should always get everything everything that they can out of me, even if like sometimes I don't always do it and they make me aware of it. I tend to try to overcompensate to make up for the things that I feel as though I should be doing anyways, and sometimes I falter at that. And I really doubt your last question will occur. Sorry, but 3 years almost solid in May. Um, so yeah. Uh, I guess as much as anybody else would. You definitely know that I care when I do, if that makes sense. Ooh, I got another word of. I don't know what that means. Care of? Am I supposed to be caring for something? I don't know. I'm starting to wonder because like every now and then when I do these, they tend to like actually have a conversation with me, which is weird. Well, okay. Um, when it comes to helping people, I tend to over stress myself past the point of being normal in that aspect. I get brokenhearted when I see somebody who is homeless and I can't give them more than just like a few dollars. Like one time I was at a Kroger and just because I could, I gave this gentleman a sweatshirt even though it was it was just beginning to be fall. So it was just turning weather wise. He didn't really need it, but it was going to help. I also had an extra blanket that I always used to carry, at least 4 or 5 extra blankets in my car, just in case if I ever broke down, I'd have enough for everybody that would be passengers in my car, including myself. They used to have like a heat blanket that was a sheet, which I gave him as well. I made him basically like a little care package. And I was just, oh, okay. So I was just sitting here and it just said, let me out. Randomly. Just randomly said that. Who let who out? You seem to want to talk to me. For once, you seem to want to talk to me. Tell me who you are. I know I just got really obsessed into this. Why do I need to turn it off? See, this is what the people do wrong, okay? When you have where something is saying, it's not saying like it's gonna hurt me or anything like that. It's literally just saying, let me out. So I'm wanting to know who that is. I mean, some people would be scared, but for me, I'm just sitting here going, I want to know who you are. Um, So yeah, like I'm over here going, no, 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 tell me. But anyhow, uh, yeah, it's just, that's not scary. It's not threatening me. So you're trying to say you are pain? This is funny. It's Casper the Horny Ghost, waiting for you to do on. No, I think you're just obsessed with that. um, you, I want to know a name. Come on, please. See, like, you can tell I'm not touching this, so it's not like I'm creating it doing this, or putting it near electronics is making it, you know what I mean? It's not doing anything like that. Um, usually people, oh, seven. Oh, do you have seven? I'm guessing it's gonna do, I have seven names. What are they then? See, that's the thing that people don't understand when it comes to these. Don't be afraid, just keep going. Like, what's the worst it can do? Manifest some energy? Throw some stuff? Ooh. Scratch me? Cool. My cats do more than that. One thing that hurts me. Uh, oh. Um, Mostly when I talk to people or have people talk to me, and they get very aggressive with me over me saying stuff like, "Oh, well, I'll be, friends with you. I would love to get to know you as friends." And it's like, just because somebody doesn't want to uh, see you in a certain light doesn't mean that you can't go, okay, well, yeah, so I could make a new friend from this. What's wrong with that? Like, people just can't seem to take no for an answer. And, like, that's such a big turn off to me is that, like, in this day and age, when somebody says no, that should be enough. And even if it's just something stupid, like, people are not having the right to say no without somebody getting offended or thinking that they have the right to be offended by you saying no. That's about it. Um, Well, I will say that aggressive is more or less when I would say, no, 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 no. And somebody's still like, no, I can, blah, blah. Like, I had this guy who, like, would not accept the factor that I said, not interested, not my type, sorry, no. And rather than just accepting it and going, well, okay, I could be her friend and, blah, blah, blah. Um, he just wanted to keep insulting and being a what seems like a child about it. If you like looking back on it with how aggressive he was, um, and just couldn't take no for an answer. So for me, it's somebody who's going to constantly stay on it and like, oh, okay. So you know how we asked the name Joseph? That was the answer we just got. So creepy. I like that. That is actually wanting to, for once, talk to you guys, or at least show that I do get answers from it. It is going red crazy. Y'all are getting some answers that I'm very surprised at. Halt. Halt. It is answering quick as all get out, because I can sit here for literally like 20, 30 minutes and get nothing. And like it is just booming them out for you guys. So that's interesting. And like I said, it doesn't matter if like my microphone is right here. Very large device. Nothing. Not even a little bit. Okay. And if you're wondering, it's the blue line, the snowball of the microphones. Honestly, if I was single, I don't really see myself dating anybody because I really just feel like Um, when you are single, you should take the time out to spend that with you, if that makes sense. And like, if I were, ooh, creepy. It says, find me. Find you where? Where do I look? Because you ain't getting me off this seat unless I'm having something worth finding. If it says something creepy, like my crawl space or my attic, y'all, I'm done. I will turn it off and I will be done with it because those places creep me out. But yeah, those times it feels like you should not worry about others, and that's kind of why I am in a good place that I am, is because before I was. Uh, Landon, what? I asked where and it said this. I have no idea. That's a name. Like, am I supposed to go there? Like I said, I ain't going anywhere unless it's worth it. Landing? Was that supposed to be what it was? Because I have a staircase, and like that would make sense. He evil. He evil. Who are you talking about? Talking about Joseph? Whew. But yeah, like what I was saying, I feel like those are times where you should inner look at yourself and like you shouldn't be worrying about others, because when you stop doing that, worrying about who's next or who's gonna be, with you at your side at that exact moment, you start to realize that you can stand by yourself really well, and then whoever you put by your side is going to be a person that's just going to push you in the directions you want and you need, because that's what a good couple does, is they essentially work together. And instead of where you feel well, it's like you have to think about it. If you're codependent on a person to bring you happiness, yes, you're gonna be unhappy without them. But if you're happy and then the person that you're with makes you even more happy, like that just changes your outlook on life. It changes how you see things. Um, I don't think anybody doesn't on that last question. That seems like a human bodily function, and anybody that's afraid to let that be a human bodily function is kind of just ignorant. I mean, like, I'm not ripping them for like the whole world to hear all the time, but am I like afraid to do so in front of people? No, like I'm not gonna hold it in all day. Um, but yeah, like I don't know. I guess with like when it comes to the question, the reason why I hate the question, "What would you do if you were single?" Blah blah blah, is like I would be me. I would just be me, and I would just try to enjoy my life. And like I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. I don't know if anybody can see that, but that one has me laughing pretty good. Um, but yeah. Oh, I got another answer. I wonder what it means by this, because it keeps just saying vast and like, yeah, I'm really wondering why it keeps just doing that, honestly. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Is there anybody here that wants to talk to them? Because thanks to the wonders of internet, you all have an audience. Would you like to say anything? Now, mind you guys, I can't hear anything behind me. These headphones are actually pretty good. So everything to me is kind of like hollowed out. Um, uh, Honestly, I wouldn't mind meet and greets with people at all. Like, that would be fun. I don't think I'd ever have where enough people would want to do that to organize anything, but hey. Oh, pushed. It says pushed. Do you feel pushed? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You feel pushed into doing this? You don't have to tell them. You can tell me. Do you only want to talk to me? Flat. I'm sure. I'm a trip to be around too. I wish this was more answery, but I'm going to continue with these. Although I'm really not going to lie, I kind of hate how quick a lot of these are. Like, it's really hard to actually keep up with it, but oh well. Uh, if you could see any content from me, what would you want to see? And mind you, keep in mind I'm not going to do anything perverted because this is Twitch, guys. So keep at least PG. My favorite movie. Okay. Favorite movie. That is actually a three-parter. The Crow for its cinematography. It says count. That's weird. Um, uh, I'm gonna get so much slack for this, but I love this style because it first got me into his entire form of directing. But Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, just because I really love claymation. I also love, like I said, the feel and the vibe of that movie. I also love a lot of his other stuff, so it's not just that. My first date movie I ever went on a date to was Corpse Bride. So, yeah, like, I've kind of always loved Tim Burton. Um, and then Queen of the Damned, which is an Anne Rice novel turned into a movie. Not that I'm aware of. Abandoned places, a lot of them you have to be careful with, especially right now with COVID. Uh, they contain a lot of, oh wow, I got weeps. Um, they contain a lot of particles and debris from the building breaking down. So, yeah, you'd have to wear a mask, but usually you have to wear a respirator with it or a rebreather. Uh, Doing stuff like that is going to be where it's going to be really hard to hear me. Also, I only have one cell phone and I don't have a camera in the sense more than just a webcam. So, I won't be able to do that because Wi-Fi. um, no, that's the thing. Most people don't understand. Buildings, when they break down and have been abandoned, there's particles of all kinds of stuff, not only just from the outside environment that are a factor, but it's also like, think of, says traffic, that's creepy. Think of the debris of old fashioned insulation, how that has crystallizing particles in it that harden the lungs. That is something that older abandoned buildings commonly have. Is that carbon fiber and the glass that you see in fillings. So it is hazardous to do that. I wish we had caves. The closest. Ooh, Muse. That's creepy. The closest thing we have to caves would be a place that's about 2 hours from myself. Uh, it wouldn't really be worth, like I said, because I only have my cell phone and I wouldn't be able to record very much informational stuff or anything of really content. Um, that's why I mostly just show my haunted places that I like live in. Oh, well, that was two really quickly. Hold on. Uh, abnormal and movement back to each other. I have never heard in all of my time it use a word that has multiple syllables. Old cemeteries. I don't think we have very old of cemeteries. I haven't been in my one local cemetery because of the fact that a friend of mine is buried there, and I have a fear that I'm going to talk to him, and I am not quite so sure that I'm ready to handle my high school best friend who got into a car accident talking to me. Because I've had many times just driving past our old town where I've experienced certain things that bothered me. Basically, when he had his funeral, we had some doves that were released that were supposed to be a symbol of, him going to heaven. Just it was supposed to just be a nice moment for everybody. But when they released them, upsettingly, they didn't take off at first, and I personally saw it as a sign that he was going to stick around and just, I guess, watch out for all of us. It kind of comforted me, but at the same time, it's just sad sometimes. Oh, actually, funny enough, I haven't plucked the eyebrows in over a year. As bad as it sounds, I just, thanks to COVID, let them grow naturally. There is no makeup. That's my real eye. Like, that's my real eyebrow. As you can see by how horrible it doesn't want to go back now. I also have a scar inside of this eyebrow that doesn't allow me to, like, if you notice, have a normal eyebrow. Same with slightly here. Um, it's because I had chicken pox when I was older than most. I was 16, and my glasses brushing them up took out like three that were in my eyebrow, the scabs for them, so they just left some really special scars. I don't really plan on taking care of them, so um, as long as I ain't got a unibrow, I don't care. Yeah. So that being said, now it's like really quiet, and I'm wondering why it said that because I normally just like don't pay attention to my like background when I do these because normally like I'll just have the cats running across right up here, and like I don't like to look back there because cough. Oh, that's creepy. I just coughed and then it said cough. It's weird. That is from my father actually. This Kate. Is that your name? How many cats? I have 5 cats. Uh, 4 of them are girls. One is a boy. Um, the oldest is Mika, which is a calico. It's the tinier one, almost the same size as this one, which is the youngest one. Her name's Luna. This big old chunky baby is Lucy. Um, Purple. Favorite color combination is red and black, as you can guess by my screen background, but favorite color is purple. I also have Bruce, which is my manager's cat, and Elsie, her name is Little Cat Elsie, but we spell it differently for the vet. We also have Let's see. Oh, I got another name, Seth. Creepy that I'm naming off names and it decides, hey, I'm going to say something too. Mika, oldest. Bruce, second oldest. Lucy, third. Elsie, Luna. Mika is 7. Bruce is 4. Lucy is going to be 3. Elsie is 1.5. And then Luna is 6 months, we do believe. Cost. I just got another word. Cost. Let me check something. Oh, I missed 2. After I coughed, it said the word Kate, Seth, and Dusty, and then cost. Creepy. Anyhow, my black cats are beautiful. I adore my black cats. They are amazing. I have 2 of them. The only boy one, and then the tiniest little one that you're seeing right here. This is my munchkin. Oh, I actually had a dog that had breast cancer too. She had such an amount that the tumor, even though they were able to remove a great deal of it, and it weighed over 5 pounds, they couldn't extract it all. So we just gave her painkillers and let her rest up. And one day she just, after a good hug and telling her that she didn't have to hold on, she just slipped away in her sleep. So I get it. It's hard. That was like 10 years ago, and probably why I have so many animals is because I never quite got over losing her. Because about a year later, my other dog that I had since I was 2, mind you, I was 18 at the time, almost 19, she passed away exactly a year to the day of my other dog. So she missed her a lot. They were like inseparable, so I get it. That's kind of why I have all my animals so close in age. I feel like it would only be worse on myself if they were age gap because sometimes they do tend to go right after each other when they are really close with each other. Um, just let her have a really comfy spot is the best way to put it. My eye color. Act? Oh, that's just creepy. It says act normal. Why would I need to act normal? And my eye color is hazel, like a gold green hazel. Tight? Oh my god, this is creepy. Okay, so it just said act normal. Tiny. Tiny is the nickname I gave my kitten. The one that was just sitting back there. Legions. That's so creepy. So Tiny is the nickname that I give my kitten. Because I call my other one, my little cat, I call her Little Cat. So I call her my Little. I'm weird. I know I have weird nicknames for my cat. But because my kitten was smaller than her, I call her Tiny. And it literally just said, act normal, tiny, legions. Are you trying to tell me something? Favorite horror movie? Um, Favorite horror movie of all times or favorite movie currently? Because I got 2 for that. Excuse me, sorry. Favorite movie currently, because of how good it was, definitely Cabin in the Woods because of how it plays on all of the horror movie tropes. But favorite horror movie, Boots. That's weird. It said Boots. All-time horror movie. That one's a little hard. Let me think for a second. Because my favorite horror movie series is Hellraiser, just because it's not like a curse or a magical power that this villain has. They literally are the gatekeepers of hell. And like, you open a box. Right? Ooh. So I just said that, and then this pops up. It says reveal. I strongly feel like this thing is just straight up trying to talk to me for real for once, and it's kind of cool that I'm catching it on stream for you guys. But I do love Halloween quite a bit. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I don't like the Halloween series just because Michael is basically, in later versions told that he's cursed by the devil and that he's basically a vessel for this story. Creepy. It just said story. Pepsi or Coke. See, that depends. Okay. I am a certain kind of Coke drinker, and a certain kind of Pepsi drinker. I will drink cherry Pepsi all day long. But when it comes to Coke, I prefer, if I can, cherry vanilla Coke. The mixture of the two with the pink can. I don't have it right now. But if I'm going to be truthful, Dr. Pepper. That's actually my beverage of choice. I really do prefer darker drinks as well. Well, then you don't have to like me. I like Pepsi. It's just, I like cherry Pepsi. Regular Pepsi tends to... Now, mind you, I worked at a convenience store where I got free drinks. So, well, Coke is good. Like I said, I like the cherry vanilla Coke. Like, it depends. It depends on what you're getting me. Like, am I gonna choose Coke over Pepsi? Just said forward. That's weird. Am I gonna choose Coke or Pepsi? Well, in my opinion, Coca-Cola has more of a taste that's gonna stay on your palate. So if it's something that I'm going to be drinking more than 10 cans or 12 cans, I'm probably gonna go with Pepsi, just because it doesn't have as much of a acidic taste where it sits on the palate. So probably in that aspect, Pepsi. But do I like Coke? In that aspect, I would probably pick it. It was the last thing I picked product-wise a little bit ago because, like I said, I had the cherry vanilla one, which has that pink can that I adore. So, it just depends on the actual product. The bag crinkling is my cat. It's obsessing over a paper bag right now, so I am sorry. I'm gonna be a little cocky because it's actually leveling up a little bit. What would you like if you had to pick, Spirit? Would it be Coke or Pepsi? Let's see what your opinion is. I'm gonna be so surprised if it actually answers this. I'm not trying to be cocky or rude to you. I want to see if you'll answer it because I think it would be cool if you actually showed them that you're really responding to me and that I'm not doing this or making it happen. Aw. Oh, it did. It said dog. Dog. Dog ask him disturb. That's weird. I wonder who it's trying to say ask. I wonder if it's asking you, Nate. That'd be funny. Hey, you through the screen, I'm asking you. Oh, I shouldn't be so cocky because I am talking to. Oh, something else. What is my... No, it said ask him, Here, I'll show you. It shows a list of all the words that have been brought up in the the little chat, as you can see. I'm trying to make sure that it's not glaring so you can read them. But yeah, you see how I'm talking about? So yeah, like it just said, story, forward, dog, ask him, and disturb were the last words that it came up with. Ask him question. Oh, that's so creepy. It said disturb, ask him questions. Are you talking about the person I'm talking to? Or is there somebody else you want me to talk to? Is the person you want me to talk to in the house? I'm asking it if it's asking you. That's the whole point of what I'm just asking. It's going pretty bonkers, honestly, surprisingly. Are you trying to ask somebody in the house? I'm gonna be so laughing if it's trying to ask the person upstairs because that's my manager, so. Born. That makes no logical sense. Please answer again. Are you trying to talk to somebody in the house? Or is it you want to talk to Nate? Just gonna ask it straight out. I'm not getting anything, so. Oh, I retract that. Do you want to ask him something? Or is it you're trying to ask me? You want to ask me, say you. I feel like that's straightforward. There's no way. There's no way. Who? Who's your baby? You guys see this, right? I'm sorry I paused like the video and I'm just letting you guys see this, but like I've never got it to respond like this before. I've used this app since like I was like 22. I'm 30, guys. Like this thing has been a while, like in one form or another, because they had where it's changed. You know what I mean? Like their design and stuff, and like they got more stuff than before. But they used to just have where it was these bars and then the words. Now they have where you can test like how level of sounds actually being produced by it. That and it keeps track of your words now too, so that's kind of nice. If you're wondering, I have used this before, where I've shown it on my like TikTok. Unfortunately, I just had to show screenshots because it's a little hard to use this and do TikTok at the same time. It just said air. What? Who's your baby? Tell me. If you don't, I'm just going to continue with the videos and Nate asked something. Ask it something. For real, ask it something. It just said computer. It just said computer. It legitly is trying to talk to you. I've never had it do that. It was a straight out answer. Anything. It's literally claiming you. Like, here. It said, my baby, air, computer. It's asking for you. So, oh, it did the stupid ad thing. It's gonna do this for a moment. Like I said, unfortunately, because I don't have where I can buy Pro for it, it's like $4 for it. I'm not gonna buy $4 on an app, no. No offense, Ghost, but no. I wish I actually had like a white noise box for real. This would be so much easier. Easy to record too. Alright. Do you want to ask him something then? Does that name mean anything? If that name means something, I'm gonna freak for you. Because, like I said, I'm not anything special. Like, I have tendencies to have this stuff happen to me a lot. Like, I'm not a professional. I'm not trained in any field. I don't have anything other than, like, I keep a stone around my neck because I feel like it's good juju. The rest of it is like a ring my mom gave me that I can't get on my hands, and a pendant that she gave me that's special because it's got my name and "You Are My Sunshine," which is the song she sang to me when I was first born. Like, my little sister has a matching one of it. And I just added on my own little, extras. But, like, that's what's around my neck. It's not anything really magically special in any way. Um, I wanted to ask you something. Ask it something for real. Like, it actually was talking to you for a second. I've never seen that happen. What do you want to talk to him about? I think you have either like a kid talking to you, wanting to ask something, or somebody. Are you trying to ask him a question? It went down, so I don't have a clue what to say. I never talk to it like a normal person. Just because they are doesn't mean anything. Like, for example, is there something you want to ask him? Is there a question you'd like to talk to him about? Or are you just trying to get his attention? Say the word attention if that's the truth. Or question if you want to ask something. Street. I don't know if anybody just heard that, but I just had a massively loud car just drive past my street. So for it to say that is basically saying that it's bothered by the sound. You hear it? I don't know if my mic can pick that up, but it. Manual! I think it just said that the car was a manual. Which sounds correct because it didn't have to gain speed. It only wants me because it wants me to ask you stuff. Because you aren't asking the questions it wants to be answered. Alright, here's one that might help. What's your name? Can you give me a name to call you? Do you want to talk to me? Or do you want to talk to Nate? Did you die here in this house? Did you live here? Are you trapped? Ooh. Shift. Are you trapped here? I don't think so, because usually when they get angry, they'll speak up. Oh, that's going red, though. You see that slight fluctuation of red being put into it? Oh, great. Grace. Is that your name? Is your name Grace? Oh, no. No, 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 no. Is this the same Grace that I've known since childhood? Remember, guys, I told you guys about a story about a little girl that haunted me in my first childhood. Well, one of my first childhood homes. It's not my first, but it's the one I spent most of my time in. Are you the blonde haired, blue eyed girl? If so, say hello. Are you somebody new then? See, now it doesn't want to talk. It wanted you, Nate. You made it mad. It wanted you to... See, it's going back up when I'm saying this. Do you want him to talk? Do you want him to answer your questions? If so, make it spike to red so that he can see it, so that he'll answer. Do you want him to answer you? See what I mean? Like, now it'll go silent. Like, it takes where, like, you can tell that they have a certain amount of energy that they're capable of using, and then once it's like... I'm certainly hoping that was my manager. I am not, but that is so not cool. Oh, wow.
Elsie was hanging out with me in the office, but in your chair.
That's funny. So I was using this the white noise emulator to just play around, right? Look what I just got.
Did you figure out that thing I was trying to tell you about the docs? Yeah? No?
Yeah, I did actually. Thank you. I was able to get it. My manager, sorry guys.
Producer.
What?
Producer.
Producer / everything. Basically helps me set up my stream and everything else. I just got the word wind too. Bring her. What the... See what I mean? Like, sometimes you'll get absolutely nothing from this, and then other times it'll, like, just skyrocket with answers. Let me see something real quick for you guys. Yeah. See, some of these are really creepy to me. It's like 100% abnormal. Anyhow, I am going to keep track of this because, yeah, it's actually pretty creepy. I'll keep go ahead and showing you guys anytime that I get lovely wording coming up. But at the current moment, it has stopped, so we're going to continue with the videos. Here we go. It's not real. I've seen this before. It's just an animatronic. Hung. Deliberately hung. Hey. Manager, producer, pretty much does everything for me. Which, by the way, my last thing was bring her. So I thought that was pretty creepy. Here's the last list, again, of the words that have been said by it. Oh, new one. Nope. Aw, Nuna. Boop. Man, you ever actually, like, looked at old, like, Easter photos, like, family photos of how creepy some of them really are? Like, no. I could believe that. Oh, Elsie. Look how beautiful my black and white kitty is.
It's sweet. Yeah, very sweet.
I love you, Elsie. What? That was creepy. Ooh. Wait, wait, wait. How is that possible if it's in real time for it to be February when February hasn't occurred yet? My mind just hurt, and then, like, this just said alcohol. Yeah, let's, like, share some. Bring it here, bud. It literally just said alcohol for no reason. Lucas was the next. It keeps saying random stuff. Like, the one that creeped me out of it, though, it actually just said, where is it? Ask him questions. Back to back. It literally said the words ask him and then questions. How creepy is that? Anyhow, here we go. I believe that. Hung! Hung! It's not that hard to say. There's no such word as hanged. At least not in that text. This is true. Interesting. Rule of three, damn. Just realized that. 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. Yummy. Ew! Ew. Ew. I don't want spiders like that. Alright. Now that would actually creep me out. After them. That's so weird. After them. Creepy. Why would you do that? I could say that. No! Right? I really gotta use the restroom. I really have to pee. I think I'm gonna use the restroom, but I'm gonna do you guys a favor. I'm gonna let this play just because, like, I feel that you should be able to watch it. And at least they're quick enough videos that it won't bother you guys. So I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back. Promise I'll be quick. So sorry that took me so long. And we're back. So unfortunately, we didn't get anything with the white noise after them, but that's okay. We'll just enjoy and let this go on its own. I'll let you guys know if there's anything else that I get. Really? All that work for the jump scare? Oh, this is cool. This one's actually pretty good. Ask her. That's weird. I just had this one pop up. It says ask her. Ask who? Yeah, that's actually from a documentary that was done on Discovery Channel about mermaids. If you're wondering, it's a reenactment of a scene they supposedly had down at the bottom of the ocean. Ask who? I want to know who this is. Hmm. My hair's all over the place from putting this back on. Oh, there we go. That was pretty creepy, though. What's that? Ooh. Wow. Hopefully not real. That'd be creepy. Cool, but creepy. Good job lifting yourself. That actually had to be pretty hard to do. Actually had to be pretty hard to do what she just did. Limit. Again, I'm just gonna let that go. Because whatever wants to say whatever will. Oh. My cat just climbed into that paper bag again. Mimi. Mika. I don't even know why we were on that then. Does that look like somebody's already climbing into that window? I want to go in that house really bad. Y'all are probably getting the creepy vibes, and I'm over here like, I want to go inside. Like, tag. Wonder if that means I'm in. Oh. Oh. I'd want to go inside. I want to go inside. I'd want to go inside so bad. Dude, get closer for part two. I wish there would have been a part two attached. Oh, they did. Yeah. Light was still on. Good. Go see it. Go see it. Go see it. Yes, but if it's abandoned, how does it have power? That's what you get for getting a dog that's so tiny that it's like a teacup. It'd be scared. That thing shakes at its own poop. That means there's somebody inside. Oh, you're so dumb. I hope something gets her. Does anybody live in this house with us? Same question. Does anybody live in this house with us? Work. Oh, you're from my work. Is that what you're saying? Did you follow me from my job? Oh yeah, I remember this. I did a video on this too. So I had an abandoned like yard, like factory. The noise. Oh, you don't like the noise? How can you hear it? I'm hearing it. Can you hear it in my head? Ritual. Oh, oh, that was rural. No, it is ritual. Creepy. New list, guys. That is actually kind of creepy if you ask me. It's some creepy stuff. I'm terrified what I'm getting here. Like, he keeps doing this where it goes like crazy and then it pops up a new word. And like, I'm freaking terrified with some of these that are popping up. Like the one I just had was cut movement around you. That's the last three. And oh, two. The next one's two. I'm wondering if it's responding to the videos. And like I do have a bunch of movement going around me because I have like cats walking around me, but like I don't know, I'm wondering if it's trying to be evil. That's all. Truth. Let's skippy the stupid advertisements for people. I get you trying to have your sponsors, to each their own. I saw this a couple of days ago, and he ends up putting a flashlight in there because you can see that there's two eyes in there. And the creepy thing is he uses his flashlight, like I just said, like he uses a flashlight like that, and he looks in through the cracks, and there is a shoebox in there, and that's all that's in there. There's no other reflective surfaces. So, and you can see inside of the whole thing, there is no other reflective surfaces. So the two eyes you were seeing in more than one video, because he does go back and tries to record it multiple times, there's two eyes that move in there. There's no explanation for them. I personally am gonna have to go back to his and see like if he's updated anything on it because I do that constantly with these kind of TikToks. Some of them end up being RPGs, which I'm fine with. Like a good RPG is always fun for me. I like how creative people can be with them. It's just like if you're gonna do an RPG, just don't try to act like it's so into reality that when people start to figure it out because like you're just gonna get people really, really angry when it comes time for it to be an RPG, and it is an RPG, and they're like, oh, another one, Ron. So around you two, Ron. And that's the last three. Again, like I'm just letting these roll through. I'm not even asking any kind of questions, as you guys have heard. I'm just letting them roll through. But yeah, I'm just astonished at how much I'm actually getting with this tonight. Like I said, most of the time I don't get these many answers or this frequent, so cool. That's why I really haven't shown any of the white noise, like, or even try to do anything like this with you guys on stream. It's just because there could be times where it'll show absolutely nothing for like days, and then there's other days where it's like wants to be the most talkative, like you're seeing. And they're actually from where I'm from. Those are scary things. Oh, that's terrifying. Right? Love it. Hey, Well, that's horrible. You're right. I agree. Not as dramatically, that's for sure. Isn't that Earth? What? That sucks. Yeah. Yum. Right? I didn't know that. I want to see that! This is why I don't like people messing with cemeteries. What the fuck? So messed up. Mark. I'm gonna think it's hilarious that there's somebody named Mark that's a family member. Good. I hope that they keep it that way. Fucked up assholes. Double. Remove. Do you want me to stop talking to you on here? Do you want to be left alone? Just say alone if so. Well, I mean, Rapunzel did it with Rumpelstiltskin in, like, what, 2? And that's not that hard to believe, because people would write books like that where it would go on. Ugh. That's shitty. I'm glad he got into the Hall of Fame. Yard darts were cool, but deadly. Men. That would be terrifying. Oh, that's definitely terrifying. Damn. Oof. Wow. Says maze. That's creepy. A full moose? Wow, that's sad. Oh, hey, Nate. Glad you're back. Yes, I do. I believe that. Hmm. No bath. That's a weird one. That would be what my family would do. The most ugly photo. Just that would be what they would do. Ooh. That is the creepiest one I've gotten so far. Where? Haunting of what? What's haunting? I want to know! Please tell me. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. What? Look, you and your father. No. I am your father. That's a lie. That's a lie. I know that he did. I know she did in that. Music. But why do we all remember a cornucopia? Why would we even want to remember a cornucopia? That's something that stopped being used long after the pilgrims did. How would we even know what a cornucopia is? Hmm. Do, 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 do. I still don't believe that this isn't. I still say this girl deserves justice. I'm not gonna lie, Nate. I've had some really creepy stuff come up on the thing here. Like, since you've been gone, it's been going pretty good. I'm sure you were around you too Ron Mark double remove clip tone men maze no bath haunting music. That's what you missed. Like, and I just let it go. I just let it sit here. So it's either responding to something it's hearing or it's responding to this. But yeah, that poor woman had so much stuff done to her, and nothing of justice has been done for it. So messed up. How would you know how much? Oh, that's not Coke. That's Dr. Pepper. It's just a red can, too. But honestly, like I said, the other one I just drank was cherry Coke, cherry vanilla Coke. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is gonna sound really weird. And by the way, they're both Coke and Dr. Pepper's both technically. It's one of those weird products that technically it's its own. So it's just affiliated with both where they have the rights to use them in the machines. So technically it's both and not because Dr. Pepper is its own. So they're kind of like that wild card where it can just be anything. But the weird thing is that what I wanted to point out about this guy's name is I asked earlier, like, who am I talking to this, right? Now, mind you, this was a while back, but Joseph is one of the names that came up on it. Now, listen to the. We're going to just skip it back so that you guys can hear it, okay? Call. That just popped up while we were talking about it. I was about to say. Why would he go to that effort if he was already inside the. That's weird. I really like this girl. She does a lot of murder mystery / unsolved cases. I'm going to first and foremost say if you have any kind of incident where you feel unprotected and you legally can buy a firearm, please do buy your firearm. There are classes called CCWs that allow you to be able to be trained to handle your firearms, so it's not exactly like you're just being handed this equipment with no training available to you. Okay, so if you actually need, because you feel uncomfortable, unsafe, or even just to feel protected in any ways, like, I get it. Ooh, decompose. That is a very strange one since the case we just heard to pop up on there. Because it literally just did Colin and then decompose. So that's really creepy. But yeah, if you're not feeling safe, please just get a firearm. Like, there's places to be able to get trained, and it's a great way to protect yourself. So I am fully for firearms, at least for protection, not so much for sport or for the collecting part of it. That's not why I would want one. So that's a car outside of my house right now. I do apologize. If it's picking it up at least. That is probably the loudest I've ever heard somebody just play their music. Huh. Anyhow, my beautiful kitty. Weird. Because it's almost midnight here. Next. She's she's young. Oh, nope. Oh wow. That's super messed up. Just do a garage sale. That's so messed up. Okay. Alright. Oof. Oof. That's sad. That took a while. I want to know below what? Are you talking about the story below? That'd be weird. Tell it, girl, tell it. Okay. I can believe that. Alright. Alright. That's true. Robert. That actually kind of does look like fun, but I think sometimes it would probably bother me. Just because, like, they're real crimes, or at least based on real crime. I'm not gonna lie, I also want to check out this Shudder original series right here. Like, Raven's End, Mortuary. It's supposed to be like the mortuary stories. I really kind of want to check it out, but I'm also not a person that really watches too much Shudder. Um, I'll probably find it anyways and just do reviews on it. But that's just because I can do that myself. I can't really show something like that on here because of copyrights, but hey, I can still do reviews for you guys on YouTube. My oldest cat. Guys, believe it or not, this is my oldest cat. This one is 7. Look how young she looks. Isn't she gorgeous? Freaking gorgeous. Almost 7 years old. Come May, she'll be 7. Just can't believe that. And then this is Elsie, or little kitty. She my boys. Pussy! Ah, my Bruce Bear, baby boy. This is the bobtail kitty. Means he's got to do a bobtail. Wiggle it. Wiggle it. I love that little tail. My favorite part of him is that little tail. Look at that wiggle. Look at it. He's a cutie boy. Love it. Sorry, guys. I'll be so cute. Squish, 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 squish. This is why you travel where it's not nighttime then. Like, Okay, so I had a creepy story that I think I've told. I've told this before, but I'm gonna do it again just because it's like relevant right here. I have a story where, for lack of a better term, of like saying it, um, I basically had where either I saw somebody depositing a body or I saw Slender Man. One of the two. Story basically goes like this. I was still young and I was about 16, almost 17. I was still getting my temporaries, so I couldn't drive by myself. Well, my grandmother, she has a harder time, even when I was that young, getting around driving wise. So I used to drive her a lot, especially when it was me getting my temps because I needed the driving time and she needed a place, she needed somebody to take her places. So it worked out perfectly. So one day, she ends up telling me, really kind of late, I need to go to the store and I need to get blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, fine. I don't really have that much nighttime, travel under my belt for this. I'll go take you. Fine, no problem. Because usually my mom would do it at night just because I didn't really want to do very much driving by myself without somebody who could take over the car if something were to go bad. Like got the car stuck in the mud or something like that at night. Just the worst case scenario is what I was thinking in my head. Like I would want somebody with me that could rectify the problem versus somebody who wouldn't be able to help whatsoever, which is what my grandmother, you know, why I wouldn't do it often with her. So we're driving back from the store, and it's later than we both would have wanted. Um, and we're both kind of just talking and listening to music, so it takes both of us a good minute or two to realize what's going on. But as we're driving, we both see this car, and like on the way to our home, we lived in a little bit more of a country area, so there was a set of woods that had one way in and one way out, and they weren't big woods, maybe stretched about 100 yards, not even like a full football field worth of space to this little forest area. And as I'm talking about this, that's creepy. And it's going crazy. It has been and it won't stop. Um, as we're driving past, or going to go drive past these woods, that, like I said, have only one entrance, we see at this entrance a black vehicle, which it wasn't until I was a little bit older that it dawned on me what the car was. But we're going to continue, and I'll tell you what the car was after. Um, the trunk was open on it, or at least I thought it was the trunk. And we basically saw a gentleman, or at least we're going to say it's a gentleman, who was in a black suit, who was very tall with a white shirt. And neither my grandmother nor myself to this day can agree on this. She claims he had no face. I couldn't see a face, so oh, that's creepy. Um, so basically, she claimed she didn't see a face. I claimed I couldn't see one because I was driving and I was trying to just get us past. Wow. Um, Past it, right? And like we ended up going where I guess we caught his attention as we were driving past, and he got into his vehicle really quick. Um, we ended up talking about it later. This is going crazy as I'm talking about it. Like, it is going insane. It has never done this. I've never got it to go red like this. This is completely not normal. And then it's back to normal. Teen. I'm literally telling a story about when I was a teenager. I just told you guys I was 16 and almost 17 at the time, and it's going back to red. Okay, so I'm just going to continue the story. So I'm trying to drive past it. I catch his attention by mistake, and he starts driving behind us, and she knew. Oh, that's so creepy. Especially when I just said about my grandmother. Weeps. Oh, I'm like getting teary-eyed because that's so freaky. So I think he's following us. So I spend at least like almost 20 minutes driving us around every like neighborhood and block that I can, and he's still following us. And like it didn't dawn on me until I was about 22 years old that the vehicle that he had was a hearse. It wasn't a trunk he had open, it was the back. And we both saw him moving bags. That is the one thing we could agree on. But the one thing that she couldn't agree on with me and I couldn't agree on with her is I couldn't see any face. I figured it was just because the angle he was at, he was always looking down when I saw him. She said he didn't have one. I do listen to creepy stories on YouTube, but this is actually my personal. This happened when I was, like I said, about 16 years old, and I was just driving with my grandmother because I was still working on getting my temps. And like I thought it was weird because I saw red on his collar. I thought it was a bow tie because like it was all around the collar. But I'm not quite so sure now that I'm older what that was because she does not. My grandmother, which is why I said it's creepy that it just said she knew. She said she didn't see it on the collar, which like if this is I don't want to say if it's true, like that's scary because like it is, but like I'd also understand why she wouldn't want to tell me if that's the case. Like that would make me cry. Like um but I also paused this because I wanted to I don't know how much more I'm going to actually stay on here because it's already 2 hours and about 15 minutes that I've been on here already. Um, what I wanted to talk to you guys and why I paused the video because I don't know how much more I have in me gas wise to keep going since it's literally almost midnight. What I'm going to, I'll try. I'm going to tell you guys a story because I felt like this was so creepy. Okay, so I don't get to talk to my little sister very much, and she's got a very big, stark age difference than me. My mom got remarried, and she's a lot younger than me, like 21 years difference in age. So, like, there's a gap. Um, so when my little sister comes and tells me certain things that would creep you out, I tend to believe them a little bit more because she doesn't have the prejudice of not understanding that it's weird, that's weird. So she messages me the other night, and mind you, I just gotten off of here of doing a paranormal story time with you guys, and I was talking about, yeah, about my past with this ghost. Oh, that's so creepy. It said remember. About this ghost that was in my house from childhood, which was my first experience with anything paranormal. Basically, it was this little girl that plagued me, right? And I didn't really tell her. It just said why after I said that. Like, it popped up just now. Um, she wasn't like a horrible thing, but she liked being creepy. Like, as soon as I, didn't want to be her best friend anymore. She really just wanted me, like nothing to do with me. So she liked to creep me out a lot. So I was telling you guys all this, and like I did the live stream, and then my little sister ends up messaging me, and she says, "Hey, I got a story for your YouTube channel. You can tell my story." And she ends up telling me about how now when we first moved into that house, there was like 3 things that were super creepy that we found in the house. One was a Ouija board that I've told that I've told about before on here as well, where it just basically kept coming back to our family. Another thing that I haven't told anybody, which is why I say this is creepy and I've kept out of the stories, is because this is an item that if it were to ever come up, I wanted it to be where it was like an end all be all kind of piece of evidence. There was a set of marbles that were marbles, the glass piece, jacks and all that you used to play games with. There was a set of them that were like an aqua blue green centers, and they had like a blue tinting to them that we found in the basement. And they were just in this corner of this drawer, and we couldn't get rid of them. We would get rid of them, and then they'd end up back in another drawer. So we basically just put them inside of a drawer in a little bag and kept them there for the whole time that we were in the house. And we basically called it our peace treaty. So my little sister tells me, because my family moved into a new house with her a little bit of ways away from us. It's like a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes drive from myself. So it's nowhere near the area of this old house, okay? They moved all their stuff out. They're done with the old house, right? Tell me why the Marvel set ended up in the new house. And like I literally made her, because I did not tell her anything about this set of them. My mother is the only one who knows about them, and my grandfather, my grandmother, and my aunt. Those are the only people that knew the color, how many there were, and like what these looked like. And like, oh, not cool, not cool, not cool at all. Um, She described them to a T. I asked her how many. She got the number correct. And she basically told me she was sitting at her desk. She was drawing and just enjoying herself. Now, she's left-handed, so she keeps her cups and her pencils and everything on her right side so that she can easily grab them, right? And they're not in her way. She said she went to grab a pencil out of her cup and it flew across the room. Like, she had no explanation. It just flew across the room and just was gone. And she couldn't find this pencil. And she just told me this randomly. She's just like, I thought it would be a cool story for you because, like, we had just discovered those and like I said, nobody knew about these besides me and my mom and my grandmother and my aunt. So, unless they told her, she had no clue. So, I just wanted to give you guys, oh, that's creepy. I got another one. I just wanted to tell you guys that weird story that ended up coinciding with like a story with my little sister. But the reason why I wanted to tell you that is because I think that's all for me. I think I'm gonna sign off. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Why is it wanting to bust through all of these now? It's been like silent for like a half an hour. Now it just wants to talk like crazy. But I'm exhausted and I think I'm gonna call it quits. What we're gonna do is take right back. I'm sorry, I have to. I'm sorry. I will probably pop back on tomorrow and do the rest of these videos and any more Q&As if you guys want. Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. And any other content you want to see, feel free. All of my direct messages, will find me right there. I'm sorry, I said I'll be back on tomorrow. But, yeah, I will just, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to hopefully have another one of the Hellraisers on my YouTube channel, so go check that out. I'm also going to see if I can do some content on my TikTok for you guys, some stuff. Tomorrow, I decided instead of Sunday, because it's so close to Monday, that seems really kind of stupid to do that back-to-back. I'm going to do my Supernatural Saturday. So, we are going to continue with this because it fits into it. But I'm also going to find some kind of cool story or something for you guys that will be supernatural and its theme. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.